Hey there, and welcome to The Deep Dive. If you're tuned in, chances are you're chasing something. Maybe a goal, a dream, maybe just becoming a better version of yourself.
Definitely. We all have something we're reaching for.
But let's be real, keeping that motivation going day in, day out, it's tough, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's incredibly elusive sometimes.
Some mornings you feel unstoppable.
Yeah.
Total energy.
Yeah. Ready to conquer the world.
And other days, well, just rolling out of bed feels like climbing Everest. We've all been there.
Definitely.
So today we're going to do a deep dive into exactly that. Why does motivation seem to flicker? How can we get it back? And maybe more importantly, how do we build a mindset, like a daily habit, that keeps us moving forward no matter what?
Yeah, building that sustainable drive.
Sort of like tending a garden, maybe, keeping it thriving.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because motivation often feels like, like magic. Or maybe a personality trait you either have or don't.
Right.
But it's really a feeling, isn't it? That spark, that urge to act. And feelings, well, they come and go. They're fleeting.
So you can't just rely on that initial burst.
Exactly. So if that feeling isn't always there, what do we rely on? This deep dive is about moving past just that first exciting feeling, that first bloom in the garden.
Okay.
We need to look deeper at the things that really sustain us. Habits, systems, thinking intentionally.
The soil and the roots, going back to the garden idea.
Precisely. Motivation might be the ignition, the spark. But discipline, consistency, purpose, that's the engine. That's what keeps things moving long term.
Okay, let's unpack that. If motivation is the garden, then you're saying the why is the soil.
Undeniably. I think if there's one thing to really take away from this deep dive, it's understanding your why.
Why you actually want the thing you're chasing. Success, improvement, whatever it is.
Exactly. Why bother waking up early? Why go to the gym? Why work on that tough project? It sounds so basic, but getting clear on your why, it changes everything.
Which is not just a surface level thing.
Not at all. I mean, think about it from like self-determination theory. When what you're doing connects to something deeply meaningful to you, you tap into a much stronger, more resilient kind of drive. It's not just about external rewards anymore.
So for you listening, what is that reason? Is it for your family?
Or is it maybe proving something to yourself, pushing your own limits?
Or maybe you're chasing a life with more freedom, adventure, creativity.
Whatever it is for you, the key is making it real, tangible.
How do you do that?
Write it down. Say it out loud. Keep it visible somehow. Integrate it into your day.
So it's always there, reminding you.
Exactly. That why is the fuel. It turns boring everyday actions into, powerful steps forward.
That makes a lot of sense. Moving from feelings to purpose. Okay, so you've got your why, your rich soil. What about the seeds, the goals themselves?
Ah, yes. Goals. That's where a lot of people get tripped up, I think.
How so?
Well, a huge motivation killer is having goals that are just too vague. Or maybe overwhelmingly massive.
Like, I want to get fit, or I want to be successful. We've all said things like that.
Right. But are those really goals? Or are they more like dreams, aspirations?
Okay, so what's the difference then? How do you make it a goal?
Dreams are great for vision, absolutely. But for actual progress, your goals need to be specific, measurable, and crucially, broken down into smaller, manageable steps.
Okay, give me an example.
All right, let's take writing a book. That feels huge, right?
Yeah.
Intimidating.
Totally.
Instead of just write a book, you break it down. Maybe week 1, write 500 words every single day.
Okay, that feels doable.
Then week 2, finish the first chapter. Week 3, edit 10 pages. You see?
Yeah, much less scary.
And there's some cool psychology here. Each time you tick off one of those small steps, it's like a mini victory.
Feels good.
It does.
Yeah.
And it actually gives you a little dopamine hit in your brain. It literally reinforces the behavior and makes the next step seem easier.
So you build momentum.
Exactly. These mini victories stack up, and your motivation naturally grows from that. It's a powerful principle. Small wins create big change.
I love that. Small wins create big change.
Okay.
So that reframes progress. And speaking of setting yourself up for wins, what about the start of the day? The morning.
The morning routine, yes.
I mean, if your morning is just chaos, rushing around, reacting, it feels like the whole day can get derailed, right?
Absolutely. It sets the tone completely. And it's no coincidence that so many highly successful, highly motivated people really emphasize their morning routines.
It's like that first intentional act of the day.
It really is. And the good news is it doesn't have to be super complicated or take hours.
Oh, good.
No, even just 20 or 30 minutes of truly intentional time for yourself can make a huge difference to your mindset.
So what would a simple, effective routine look like?
Okay, well first, maybe try waking up just a little earlier. Enough time so you're not immediately rushing before the world starts demanding things.
Okay, creating some space.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then hydrate. Big glass of water right away. Seems small, but it helps.
Got it. Water.
Then move your body somehow. Doesn't have to be a full workout, stretching, a quick walk, just something to wake up your brain and body.
Okay, movement.
Then maybe consume something inspiring. Read a few pages of a book, listen to something uplifting, like this deep dive, perhaps.
Shameless plug. I like it.
Well, you know. And finally, maybe just jot down 3 key things you want to accomplish today. Just 3. It sharpens your focus.
Wake up early, hydrate, move, inspiration, goals. Simple.
Simple, but effective. The idea is win the morning, set the tone for the day. Motivation loves that kind of momentum.
Right, that's a great framework. But what happens when you're doing the work, maybe you even have a routine, but you feel like you're not seeing results? That's a huge motivation killer, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. Feeling like you're spinning your wheels but going nowhere. It's incredibly discouraging.
Makes you want to just quit.
Right. But here's the question. Are you really not getting results? Or are you just not seeing them yet?
What do you mean?
Well, often growth is happening under the surface first, like roots getting stronger before the plant shoots up. It's not always visible right away.
Okay, so it might be happening, I just don't realize.
Precisely. And that's why tracking your progress is so important.
How do you suggest doing that?
It can be simple. Keep a journal. Use an app if you like apps. Make a chart on your wall. The method doesn't matter as much as just doing it consistently.
Seeing the steps you've taken.
Exactly. And here's something else: you have to celebrate the wins. All of them, especially the small ones.
Even tiny things.
Yes. Did you finish that workout you were dreading? Acknowledge it. Pat yourself on the back, mentally or even literally. Did you make progress on that project? Even just one small, difficult part. Celebrate it. Take a moment.
Why is that so important?
Because it gives you that dopamine boost again. It validates your effort. It reminds you, tangibly, that your work matters and you are moving forward.
So it reinforces the positive action.
Exactly. Remember the mantra, progress is progress, no matter how small.
Progress is progress. I need to write that down. Okay, and something else that feels really important for keeping motivation going is the environment you're in.
Oh, absolutely crucial. Your metaphorical garden won't thrive in toxic soil.
Right. So you need to think about, what are you surrounding yourself with every day?
Yeah. Who are the people you spend time with? What content are you consuming? Is it lifting you up, inspiring you, or is it draining you?
That's a tough one sometimes.
It can be. But if you're constantly around people who complain or mock your goals or just doubt everything, you're making things so much harder for yourself. It's like trying to swim upstream constantly.
So what's the alternative? You can't always just change everyone around you.
True, you can't control everything. But you can be intentional about cultivating positive influences.
Like what?
Well, consciously choose to follow creators, maybe on YouTube or podcasts, who motivate you. Find online communities of people with similar goals.
Surround yourself digitally, maybe.
Yes. Curate your input. Listen to uplifting music or audio. And, maybe just as importantly, cut down on the negative stuff. Constant bad news. Stressful social media feeds. Limit that exposure.
Protect your mental space.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You choose what you let in. And that choice has a huge impact on your internal motivation levels.
That's powerful. We have more control over our mental landscape than we sometimes think.
Okay.
Leading from that, here's something that was a game changer for me personally.
Oh yeah, what's that?
The idea that you shouldn't wait to feel motivated to take action. Instead, take action, and the motivation often follows.
Ah, yes. Action precedes motivation. It's huge.
I used to wait for that perfect feeling, that lightning bolt of inspiration.
We all do sometimes.
Yeah.
Waiting to feel 100% ready.
Yeah. But then I realized you almost never feel 100% ready. You just have to start, even if you don't feel like it.
It's absolutely true. There's this concept, activation energy. The hardest part is often just getting started.
Right.
But the simple act of doing something, writing that first sentence, putting on your running shoes, opening the laptop, it lowers that mental barrier.
It gets the ball rolling.
Exactly. It creates its own momentum. And then you get this cycle. Action leads to motivation, which makes you want to take more action.
And suddenly you're doing the thing you were dreading 5 minutes ago?
Precisely. So even on those really tough days when motivation feels like zero, just show up. Commit to doing one small thing. Just start. You'd be surprised how often the motivation kicks in after you begin.
Just start. Love it. Okay, and that flows really nicely into the difference between motivation and discipline, right?
Yes, crucial distinction. Motivation gets you started.
Plants the seed.
Right. But discipline is what keeps you going. It's the daily tending, the weeding, the watering, even when you don't feel like it.
So how do we build that discipline? It sounds harder than finding motivation sometimes.
It can be, but it's built systematically. Discipline comes from habits, and habits are built through repetition.
Okay, so how do you build good habits?
The formula is actually pretty simple, though not always easy to execute. Start small, make it incredibly easy at first, and focus on consistency above all else.
Start small, make it easy, be consistent.
Yep. So if you want to work out, don't aim for 2 hours right away. Aim for 10 minutes. Make it so easy you can't say no.
Or reading, just one page.
Exactly. The goal isn't the immediate result. It's building the identity of someone who does that thing. Someone who works out, someone who reads.
So it becomes automatic, part of who you are.
Precisely. When it's part of your identity, it takes less willpower. It becomes almost automatic. Habits are your secret weapon for the days when motivation just isn't there. They keep the garden growing regardless.
That's huge. Okay, we've covered a lot: the why, goals, routines, tracking, environment, action, habits. But there's one more piece, something we often neglect, especially when we're really driven.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Rest, taking breaks, recharging.
Yes, absolutely essential. And so often overlooked, isn't it?
Definitely. We think we need to be on all the time. Hustle constant.
Right. But you're not a machine. You're human. Your brain, your body, they need rest to function optimally, to stay sharp, focused, emotionally balanced.
Even the garden needs downtime, right? Soil needs to recover.
Exactly. Pushing through exhaustion isn't a badge of honor, it's a recipe for burnout.
And burnout is the ultimate motivation killer?
Completely. It doesn't just reduce motivation, it can extinguish it. Leaves the garden totally barren for a while.
So we need to be intentional about rest too.
Absolutely intentional. That means getting enough sleep, seriously prioritizing it, taking real breaks during the day, spending quality time with people you care about, doing things just for fun, laughing, even doing nothing sometimes.
Allowing yourself to just be.
Yes, because a well-rested mind is far more creative, more productive, and yes, more motivated than one that's constantly running on empty.
So working hard is important.
Essential. But working smart is better. And working smart absolutely includes strategic rest.
Wow. Okay, this has been an incredible deep dive. So much practical stuff. Let's try and wrap it up.
Sounds good.
The core message seems to be, motivation isn't magic. It's not random. It's something you cultivate, something you create and protect, like that garden we keep talking about.
Beautifully put.
And to keep it thriving, you need to know your deep why, right? Set those small, clear goals. Build a morning routine that works for you.
Track your progress. Celebrate those little wins along the way.
Yeah, and consciously create a positive environment. Guard your mental space.
Don't wait for motivation. Take action first. Let motivation follow.
Build those disciplined habits through consistency. Make it easy at first.
And please remember to rest. It's not optional, it's essential.
That covers it, I think. A whole toolkit for cultivating motivation.
It really is. And maybe one final thought for everyone listening.
Yeah.
Just remember, you are capable of so much more than you probably think right now. Every single step you take, no matter how small it feels, it's a win. It's progress. It's you tending your garden.
Keep going.
Keep going. Keep nurturing. You've absolutely got this.